Hey everyone, this is Stoma Dad. I am home from the hospital. I was going to try to get this done over the weekend, but I just didn't have the strength to do it. Let me bring you up to date on what happened. So I had a parastoma hernia, and they needed to remove it or push it back in or do whatever they do, and then they were going to put this mesh underneath it to help support it so nothing else breaks through. Think of that like a weed barrier, right? Growing intestines. Anyway, but when the doctor went in, he found out that was there, but also there was a lot of adhesion. And that adhesion not only glued my intestines to the inside wall of my abdomen, but it also created a block, like a cement block of intestine that all had to be removed. These adhesions are normal. With every surgery, every injury you have, your body sends these molecular cells out, cellular stuff to go down and help protect it. They create these walls around it, and the glue, so to speak, are almost indestructible. I'm a big fan of Superman, so I'm calling them kryptonite, but they are exactly that. They're just indestructible. You have to chisel your way through. So when I went in for what was supposed to be an hour and a half surgery, turned into over 4 hours, and it turned into almost a week stay in the hospital. Yeah, it's not fun. They had to increase the size of my stoma because they had to totally rebuild it. They had to cut all those pieces out, remove that stuff away from the inside of my abdomen, pull it all through, cut it all out, create a brand new stoma and everything. And I had to stay in the hospital until I healed, until I could show them I was passing stuff, which I did eventually. It took a lot. I can't even tell you how much Miralax and Ducalox and whatever else they could throw at me I took until that final day where they had me do almost like a cleanse like you would when you're going in for a colonoscopy. And everything just blew through. Sorry, TMI, right? Anyway, so when that finally happened, they allowed me to go home, which was really good news. I don't care how good a hospital is, and let me tell you, these guys at Stafford Mary Washington Hospital were just phenomenal. Shout out to Melanie and Lorraine. I mean, they're two of the most wonderful nurses I think I've ever met, and not that the other ones were any worse. They just stood out. I mean, it was just amazing what all the work that they did. And dudes, the hospital food, they didn't have me on a diet restriction, so maybe I did more than I should have, but I ate pretty well, you know. I was eating hamburgers and pastas, and they had beef burgundy, and you know what? It all tasted really, really good. So the care I got at the hospital, the services I got at the hospital, even the hospital room, it was really nice. And when you're stuck someplace like that for 5 to 6 days, you tend to appreciate some of the good things that go along with it. Yeah, so that's what happened. So my parastoma hernia turned into a whole reconstruction of a brand new stoma. And my stoma's bigger now. I tell everybody I've gone up 2 sizes. But that means I have to replace all my supplies and to accommodate it. I can't even cut them bigger because they're all pre-cut, and you know, Coloplast does a great job with their goods. I know a lot of people Hollister out there or these other brands, but I've been a Coloplast customer since the first surgery, and I just really like them. Everything about their product is good, but that means I had to order something else. So outside of that, I'm doing well. I wasn't planning to take any time off of work, and I was supposed to go back in today, but I was just hurting so much this morning, I just couldn't do it. I have driving restrictions going on, so I can't drive myself to work, so I have to take the train. So my husband will drive me down to the train station, and I got to get on the train and then get on the metro system and then get on the shuttle that takes me out to work and then walk across this entirely huge building to get there. And I'm not sure how that's going to work. I'm going to find out soon, I think. You know, the whole system with short-term disability and stuff kind of sucks unless you really plan for it. You know, you got to go 7 days without pay, and then they start kicking in, but only at 80%, and then it goes down to 70%, and then 60%. And it's like, you know, I just want to get healed, and I want to be functional again. You know, the good old days of mom and dad taking care of you, just not there anymore. So anyway, I got a great husband who's been supporting me on this. He's been amazing, and I've got great people out there that are watching these videos and sending me support, and I can't tell you how good that makes me feel. You know, mentally you start to go to dark places, and when you see these comments, it's just really amazing just how people are. And I cannot stress the fact of that support system was pretty much everything I needed to have. So I thank you all. Anyway, so that's what happened. That's why I've been gone for about a week or so. I did post some stuff while I was there, even recapped my fabulous re-entry into the swimming pool, which if you haven't seen that yet, you should, because it's all that. It's funny. Maybe at the time it wasn't, but it is now. So anyway, thank you guys, and keep looking back for more. If you like what I'm doing, go ahead and click like, click subscribe. You know, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. If I'm not at Stoma Dad, I'm at Stoma Dad 84. And that's only because other people have had Stoma Dad already, which is kind of weird. I'm standing up my website, and my magazine is coming out shortly, so I can share some more experiences with you, and maybe interact a little bit better with everybody. And I've got a great interview with a life coach that's coming up. A friend of mine does amazing work. He'll get everybody back on track and give you some direction, because sometimes we just need a little direction. Anyway, talk to you soon, and be kind to yourself.